Welcome to the Healing Mindset. I'm your host, Sayan, and today we're exploring something radically simple yet scientifically powerful. In a world obsessed with optimization and mental toughness, what if the real antidote to burnout isn't grinding harder but just laughing louder? If you have been running on autopilot, chasing balance but feeling anything but, you know, sit tight, this one's for you. Today, we are joined by the ever inspiring Cathy Nesbitt, a health and wellness advocate, certified laughter yoga teacher, and global laughter ambassador. She's here to remind us that healing doesn't always come through struggle. Sometimes it comes through a simple, heartfelt laugh. So, welcome to the show, Cathy. It is an absolute honor to have you here with us today.
Thank you, Sayan. I'm excited to be here and share my passion for laughing.
Right, absolutely. I'm so glad that you're here. In a world that often takes life too seriously, it's like your work feels like a breath of fresh air, Kathy. So, what what first led you to discover, laughter as a healing practice rather than just a spontaneous reaction? If you could share maybe one of those instances from your life where you felt that you realized that.
Yes, it's the 23rd anniversary of my worm composting business, selling worms by the pound for indoor composters, worms in the house. I didn't know that people didn't want that. And 10 years into my beautiful worm mission, 2012, one more person said, "Ooh, worms in the house." And I heard it. I felt it. I questioned everything. And the very next day, I was introduced to laughter yoga. And laughter yoga was started in your beautiful country in India by a medical doctor, Dr. Madan Kataria, and his goal is world peace, Sayan. Can you imagine? Wow.
Mhm. Wow, that's such a beautiful realization that, laughter isn't just joy, it's medicine that works on the mind, body, and soul. But Kathy, here's what interesting. So many people today feel like laughter is a luxury, in all the busy lives, chaos, something they all are battling through. Something they don't have time for, rather. So how do you help them reconnect to it intentionally?
And with intention, I love that. Yes, that's it. Deciding that we want to feel better. It's possible. People will say to me, Kathy, how can I possibly laugh? There's so many things going on in the world, right? Well, just so many things. And I say, my response to that is, we have to laugh because all those things are going on in the world. Otherwise, we're crying in the corner. So laughter frees us. It is a wonderful, it's nature's way. It was a gift given by the creator for us to employ this laughter when we need it. So here's the question back for you. And it's rhetorical question. Like, why do we laugh at inappropriate times? Why do we laugh maybe at the funeral or if we see somebody trip and fall? Why do we laugh? We're not laughing at that. We're laughing because, right? It's our body's like response, like, oh, we're getting too stressed. We need
Mm.
to, it's like the pressure cooker. So it's going, and then it releases when it's time. Or the volcano. That's what happens when we laugh at inappropriate times, when we're super stressed and we're like, "I can't stop laughing," or we're in classroom or in our religious institution, and something tickles our funny bone,
Right.
right? It's inappropriate. We're like, "Uh-oh," and then we get shamed, which that's what our society does is we shame people for having these reactions.
True. Wow. I've never thought about it that way. Yeah, I think a lot of people can relate to that, laughing at awkward situations where you shouldn't. But it's fascinating. We often wait for reasons to laugh, but you're showing us that we can create laughter as a doorway to healing. And honestly, that flips the script for me. It's like we have been outsourcing joy when it was all, inside, all inside us all along. So, and that makes me curious, Kathy. You don't just stop at laughter. You combine something called tapping and brain gym, and I'm sure other techniques as well. How do you define them to someone who hasn't heard about them before? And yeah, if you can share.
Absolutely, yes, thank you. Laughter is complementary magic medicine. It goes with everything. There's no side effects except maybe your stomach hurting. That's the laughter muscles or your cheeks from laughing. When was the last time that you really had a great giggle with your buddies, and you just like lose yourself, just laughing, laughing. You don't even remember why you're laughing. But what you remember is the feeling. You remember, oh, remember that time? I don't know what we were laughing at, but we were rolling on the floor.
You're
That's
right.
so with the other modalities, the tapping, it's EFT, emotional freedom technique, tapping on meridians. It's like acupuncture without needles. We tap it, it's self-administered. And so I do incorporate these other healing modalities. It's just energy with the laughter. And what did I say? The brain gym. So that's also just connecting our beautiful brain, like our lobes. So then our front, our left and right lobes are talking to each other again, so we can come up with better solution. We can heal better. We just feel, we're living in this perpetual state of stress now. It's become such a natural way, and people talk about their stress as if it's a badge of honor, like, "Oh, you should see all the things that I was up all night working on this project," or, "Oh, my kids," or all the things, and we list all the things that are going wrong. My goal is for us to live in and then we dip into joy. Maybe if we work Monday to Friday, Saturday, where we can feel a little bit relaxed, and then we go, "Oh my gosh, it's Sunday again. Tomorrow I'm back to work." And we get back into that stress cycle. What if what if we could live in this perpetual state of joy? And then we go into stress every now and then, and we go, "Ooh, no, back to joy."
Hmm. Right. Right. And I feel kind of silly, but I want to ask this, that which of these practices do you think, because you have been working in this industry for quite long, which of these techniques do you think, tend to surprise people the most with its power out of, the two things that you mentioned, tapping and brain gym?
Oh, that's a great question. I think it's the combination. We're all different. I don't know, 7, 8 billion, however many on the planet. There's no magic bullet. Some people will like the tapping on the different spots. Some people like the brain gym where we're doing cross crawl. So it really is independent. And even for myself, right? Even for myself, I do these modalities every day. And some days, certain ones feel better than other ones. So there's no simple solution for that one. Of all the modalities, though, I would say laughing is the easiest and gives us the most benefits. When we're laughing, we're secreting all the love drugs, dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins, versus
All
the
right.
stress chemicals, right? Cortisol, adrenaline, epinephrine.
Hmm. Right, right. That really does, blends science and that's a blend of science and spirituality, I would say, that brings you closer to, you know, feeling more grounded and joyful. And I imagine when people start embracing that, laughter, tapping, all of it, a real transformation follows. So, Katie, I'm just curious that what are some of the biggest shifts that you have seen in people who embrace laughter as, a daily wellness tool and just not see that as something trivial, I would say.
Mm. I can use my own journey. When I was introduced in 2012, it was a monthly club, which is not enough. It was just a fun thing, a hobby. I would go with my mother-in-law, and we'd go for dinner, and then we go for laughter club, and it was fun. It was nice. I didn't really take it serious until I got trained as a laughter leader, and then I got trained as a teacher. So I teach leaders now, and I took it serious. So in 2020, when the world shut down, I took a deep dive into the expression laughter is the best medicine. Like, what does that mean? Is it true? And if it's true, why don't we laugh? And so, yeah, I would say for me, I notice when I don't laugh, if I don't take the time to practice my laughter, I notice like something's missing in my day because I didn't start with that boost of energy. we're secreting all the love drugs and oxygenating our beautiful body. Versus when we're stressed, blood lymph oxygen leaves our frontal lobe. Yeah, I've had a lot of beautiful experiences with people who, my favorite are the ones who are very logical. They're in their head. They're like, "How can I laugh and feel better?" And I go, "Just
Mm.
try it." The body doesn't know the difference between real and imagined laughter. How right? Our ego does, right? Our mind is like, "What are you doing? Why there's no jokes, there's no comedy. What is happening?" And as laughter professionals, we're not against comedy, but jokes are
Mm.
cultural. Two people going somewhere, it's not funny for those two, right? It's
Right,
probably about them.
right, right. It's wild, how we underestimate something as basic as laughter. We chase mindfulness, meditation, optimization, but maybe the simplest way to reconnect with ourselves is just to laugh. So, for
Mm.
Katie, for everyone who's listening to us right now on this show, how do you think people can tap back into that, especially when life seems a bit too much, a bit too serious? Maybe I'm gonna lose that job. Oh, I'm going through a terrible breakup. Oh, my parents are suffering. I need to do something. Sometimes it's really overwhelming because honestly, I think everyone can relate to that. I have been through
Mm.
that. So honestly, I think we all need that kind of reset sometimes. So what's your message to everyone who's listening to us right now?
I would say, it can be a challenge to laugh by yourself. First of all, if you're walking around out in the public, they're gonna think you're cuckoo, just laughing, "La ha ha, just doing my laughter yoga."
Right.
I would say join a laughter club. There's since 2020, before 2020, even Dr. Kateria believed it needed to be done in person to experience the magic of it, to feel the energy of the other people. We now know that energy translate. I can feel your energy. You're in India. I'm in Canada. I can feel you, and you can feel me.
Right.
So right, so we know, and thank goodness, I believe that laughter yoga was started in 1995, so Dr. Kateria could train people in over 120 countries. It's a global giggle gang, like, it's and every time we laugh, we're raising the vibration. Opposite, whenever we're feeling depressed, we're sucking the energy, we're taking the energy from the planet. We need to give. And so, I think I lost your question, but really the what I would say to people is join a laughter club so that you can experience the magic. Once we feel it, then we go, "Oh my gosh, wow, so powerful."
Wow. Okay. Amazing. I mean, that's crazy, like sometimes, yeah, people the okay, back to the first question that I asked, and you answered it like, if you laugh at awkward times, people would think that you're crazy. But I think maybe that's the thing you need to learn. And that's a very hopeful message, Kathy, that healing can begin with a single smile or a giggle, even before the mind catches. That's something also that I think you spoke about, the fake laughter. And honestly, that feels like the perfect note to wrap on. I just wanted to ask this before we wrap this up. For all the listeners who are listening to us right now, Katie, what's the best way to reach out to you?
My laughter website is kathysclub.com, and I have a free laughter club online every Tuesday morning, 9:30 AM Eastern. It's later in India.
Mhm.
30 minutes of super fun self-care. I started in June of 2020, over 5 years, a free laughter club, and I get people from around the world attending my club. I get around 30 Zoom squares. 4 or 5 of those are groups. My wheelhouse is special needs and seniors. So it really fills my heart. I'm so grateful for this gift of laughter. I'm so grateful to Dr. Kateria for inventing it, for creating this modality for us to just play like children and connect on a deeper level to feel good. Because when we feel good, we do good, and the world needs more do-gooders. Oh my gosh, do we ever.
Absolutely, absolutely, amazing. I guess I'll see you on Tuesdays.
Yes, every Tuesday.
Okay, wonderful. Dear listeners, please do visit her website. I'll make sure to include all the details in the show notes so you can just uh, um catch them up anytime you want. And with that comes an end to today's amazing talk with Dr. Katie. Thank you so much, Dr. Katie, for sharing your light, wisdom, and laughter with us. A true reminder that healing doesn't always have to be heavy. Dear listeners, if there's one thing from today, it's just that laughter isn't just noise, it's medicine. The moment we choose laugh, even in the midst of chaos, we remind our bodies what peace actually feels like. And I'm Sayan, and you've been listening to The Healing Mindset. Until next time, keep laughing, keep living, and keep choosing lightness.